Accurate forecast 10 years in a row, 62 degrees and climbing. Winds out of the northeast at 7 miles per hour. Very little humidity again. Beautiful view of the Rocky Mountains here at the ballpark. And a nice crowd for this Easter Sunday, as the umpires for today's ball game include the crew chief behind home plate, Andy Fletcher, Corey Blazers at first base, Jansen Visconti is at second, and Alex Tosi is around at third base. The lineup cards have already been exchanged at home plate. Taijuan Walker has made his way back into the Phillies dugout, so he's all ready to go. Tomo Sugano, the starting pitcher for the Rockies, who spent 1 year with the Orioles and then signed a free agent contract with the Rockies before the start of this year. He has completed his warm-up tosses as well. Rob Thompson has penned this lineup today for the Phils, brought to you by Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Not many changes. The only real change is that Rafael Marchand is catching this afternoon for JT Realmuto, and he's batting eighth in JT's spot. But other than that, everything's the same as Rob is looking to get the series sweep here this afternoon.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think he feels comfortable with how things are going with this lineup. Not a whole lot of output yesterday, but obviously the day before really swung the bats well, and hopefully they can make the adjustments they need to against Sugano today.
Well, you mentioned what he throws and the fact that he's got a really good split when we were on the pregame show. Last year he gave up 33 home runs. So the Phillies might have a chance to drive in some more runs with the long ball today. Now, pitching-wise, since 1993, it's the fewest runs allowed in a 3-game series at Colorado so far, the 2. The fewest is 9 in 2011. So, unless there's a tragically bad pitching day, the Phillies should eclipse that number this afternoon.
Interesting matchup, as these two pitchers are very similar in the way they go about it. They throw the whole kitchen sink at you, and they sort of rely on the split to have success.
Yeah, Tomoyuki Sugano is 35 years old, actually 36 years old, made his major league debut at the age of 35. And that major league debut lasted a full year with the Baltimore Orioles. He was 10-10. Last start against the Blue Jays, he allowed 1 earned run in 4 2/3. He only threw 72 pitches, so they're on a different program, the Rockies are, than what the Phillies are as far as their starters go in that first start. StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, gives us a look at what he threw in his last start. The splitter and the cutter, the exact amount of times. But I would think as this year goes on, you'll see more splitters than cutters, because you see the success. They were 0 for 5 against him.
Yeah, I can see him throwing a lot of cutters and splits to these left-handers in this lineup for the Phillies, and it'll be interesting to see how his split reacts here in this air here in Colorado. And again, he's going to throw every single pitch. You can't really zero in on any pitch, but he does make mistakes out over the plate, and that's one of the reasons why he gave up so many home runs last year.
Yeah, and he did have an illustrious career in Japan. He won 136 games, 74 losses, had a 2.43 ERA. And he also won the equivalent of the Cy Young Award in Japan twice. That's how good he was. The Rockies defense is brought to you by Car Shields. And Julian starts at second base. Mickey Moniak is in right field. Jordan Beck was a late addition, and he is in left field.
Tom, I think the defense is going to be both defenses are probably the most important part of the game today. I think the ball is going to be flying, and both of these pitchers pitch to contact.
Well, here you go. Speaking of contact, a guy that's made a lot of contact in this series, Trey Turner. He's hit in 5 straight games. He has 8 hits during that time. The first pitch is brought to you by Audi, and we are underway from Denver. Swing and a miss.
Starting off the game with a breaking ball. That sort of sets the tone, right?
Yeah, a little different than we anticipated. No balls and 1 strike. Turner hitting .294 with no homers and 2 runs batted in. Swing and a miss again. And it's 0-2, so a sweeper. Sugano signed a 1-year, $5.1 million contract during this offseason. The dirt for splitter of the afternoon.
Yeah, the Starting pitching for the Colorado Rockies last year, probably the worst in baseball, statistically across the board. And they really needed to solidify it. They signed a few guys just to do that. Some veteran presence there.
Bouncer back toward the middle. Tovar near the bag. Well, he's quick. His release, his exchange from glove to hand is very fast. There's one away here in the first inning.
And that's Tovar showing off his gold glove skills. As Tom said, really smooth out there. Love his hands.
Here's Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber, 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. He has 6 hits this year. All 6 of his hits have knocked in a run. And he takes upstairs 1-0. But a nice 4-game winning streak for the Phillies. See the wire cam taking a look at this beautiful playing surface. Popped up outside of third, slicing out of play. One ball and 1 strike.
Only a couple of hits here for Schwarber in this series, but every time he swings the bat, he drives in a run.
Yeah, 2 for 7 in this series. Popped up again. This one is getting closer to the playing field, but back about 4 or 5 rows and into the camera well.
You can see how deep Kyle is trying to get the ball. This guy's not going to blow any pitches past you necessarily. So I think they're trying to sit back and wait as long as they can, just use their hands.
Two and 2. Phillies offensively, the team batting average at .234. But they've had 9 extra base hits and the 12 runs in the 2 games they've played here in Colorado. Their biggest issue in this series is just not being able to get much against the Rockies bullpen. Rockies bullpen has allowed 2 earned runs in 14 1/3. They have 17 strikeouts.
They have been very good, bringing some thunder out of that bullpen. A lot of velocity.
Another one bounced foul.
Really good at bat so far. Getting a chance to see a lot of pitches. Pretty much thrown every pitch he has to Kyle, so that's bodes well for any of the following at bats he has as well.
Yeah, he asked for time, and this will be the 7th pitch of the at bat to Schwarber. Two balls, 2 strikes. 3 and 2.
First time he's seen the split, so he's gone sweeper, sweeper, fastball, sweeper, sweeper. I mean, he's just filling it up, and he's seen them all.
Outside, and Kyle works out a walk.
Terrific at bat.
And that'll bring Bryce Harper up. True baseball fans need Wi-Fi that's so reliable it never gets caught looking. Xfinity Internet keeps you in the game at one price for 5 years. And allows you to get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. A 1-out base runner. It brings Harper up. Harper 2 for 7 in this series. And he makes contact on the first one and fouls it away. Price looks like he's in the spirit of the holiday. Some new spikes. Grounded on the right side. It's gobbled up by Julian. Over the cover is Sagano. And up to second base goes Schwarber. 2 away. Alec Bohm, the batter. Alec has 3 hits in this series. His average at 167 for the year. Breaking ball, 0-1. He does have 3 hits with runners in scoring position. Phillies have 11 hits in the last 3 games with runners in scoring position. They've scored 18 runs during that opportunity. 11 for 30 the last 3 games. That's a 367 clip.
Nice little turnaround.
Yep.
Love to see them get out to another early start. They've gotten out early the last couple of games. Like to see them do it again.
Out to center field. McCarthy is there. He got spun around a little bit. Oh boy, he misjudged it, but he's athletic enough to rebound and make the catch. No runs, no hits. A man left. Taijuan Walker to go to work when we get back. 9 pitches, but it was kind of an odd start, even for Taijuan. He delivers strike 1 to Troy Johnston, and it's 0-1. We'll kind of run down what kind of start Taijuan had with that modified delivery.
I mean, 6 of the hits, the 10 hits they gave up were exit velocities of 89 or below. I mean, it's really soft contact.
Well, so overall, and StatCast does provide us with these numbers. That's in there, 1 and 2. His overall exit velocity for the game average was 82.8 miles per hour.
Right.
So if you put that into a full season, and I know you can't do that, but 1 game, he would be blowing away the leader, which last year among starters, it was Tarek Skubal and Ryan Yarborough. Swing and miss. And Johnston is struck out. And there's 1 away. But those guys were at 86.1 miles per hour on their exit velo, the average. Here's the rest of the Rockies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. 1 internet price, 5 years guaranteed. They had a lineup change because Tyler Freeman was in the lineup, but he reported injured today. He's just off the injured list with a bad back. Tovar grounds it to his counterpart. Now there are 2 outs. Phillies defense brought to you by Car Shield. Rafael Marchand, he doesn't have gold next to his name, but a lot of his numbers are among the Gold Glove leaders in Major League Baseball. He and JT both. Mickey Moniak, the batter, 0-1 to him. Moniak last year, 24 home runs. 1 for 5 so far in limited time. It's all been in the series. Close, 1 and 2.
Taijuan Walker's had a lot of success here at Coors Field. I mean, he's one of those guys that it's a 4-1 record with a 2.79 ERA here in his career. I mean, kind of a rarity.
It is. Grounded foul off the first base back. I don't know what it is. I mean, he's pitched here a lot because of Arizona, even Seattle. You know, he did throw a lot harder back when he was younger, but he also has a good split. Maybe that's part of it, that it maybe dances well here for some reason. That ball is drilled. It's going to dance right out of the ballpark into the second level. And Mickey Moniak is giving the Rockies a 1-0 lead. Well, that'll change the exit velocity average.
Yeah, he tried to sneak a fastball past him after making him look a little silly on a couple of breaking pitches and a split. But he tried to sneak this fastball by him, and he unloaded on it. See him trying to get it out away from him, but he snuck it into the inside part of the plate, and Moniak did not miss it.
So the Rockies have the lead for the first time in this series as Hunter Goodman waves at the first one. He's 0 for 8 in this series with 6 strikeouts. Came into his own last year here in Colorado. Off the hands. Obviously, there was always high expectations for him when he was selected first overall by you, Ruben.
I did not select him. I was gone.
Oh, you were gone. I'm sorry.
We scouted him, obviously.
Yeah, you did. Back toward the middle, a base hit. And Goodman has his first hit of the series. Anyway, there was a time when he was going to make the Phillies ball club out of spring training. That's right. And then got hit by a pitch against the Tampa Bay Rays and broke his hand. And that kind of changed everything. I mean, he was just kind of meandering in the Phillies organization, got new life with the Angels. Had a couple of years of 10 home runs or more with the Angels, and then here 24 home runs last year.
A nice breakout season for him. He's always had the talent. It's been just a time taking a little longer for it to come forward. TJ
Rumfield. That one's hit hard out toward right over the head of Garcia, and I think it's a home run. It's been signaled a home run by the first base umpire, Corey Blazer. So that's 2 home runs in the inning, and it's 3-0 Rockies on top. It just has to go over the yellow line, over the scoreboard. There's a little short fence that's out there.
Well, things turned in a hurry because he got the first 2 guys out. He looked like Cy Young for a while, and then a couple of hitters later, and it's 3-0. This ball, a little breaking ball, comes down into that nitro zone for left-handers, and he smokes it.
Willie Castro, the hitter. Castro is 1 for 8 in this series. Yeah, the hits that he was giving up the other day, they did not resemble what he's giving up here today. So there was optimism coming into this game because of that factor. However, as we mentioned, he needed more swing and miss stuff, and he's not getting that in this inning, at least these last 3 hitters. I mean, he was ahead of Moniak.
Yeah, like 1-2.
It was 1-2. He, like you said, he just made him look silly on the split. And ball 4. It is amazing how things can change so quickly.
I mean, on a dime. I mean, those first 2 hitters, he really threw the ball extremely well. And I'm not sure whether it was a mechanical thing or what happened, but it was quick to 3 runs.
All right, Caleb Cotham using a trip to go out to the mound here. And he may have seen whatever you talked about as far as the mechanical issues go. It'll bring Jordan Beck into up to the plate. His first, he was not in the original starting lineup. Pitches so far. They're over to first base. 31 pickoffs for Taijuan Walker during his career. To the right-handed hitting Jordan Beck.
Tom, he had thrown 5 pitches and had 2 outs in this inning.
Yeah. A little positive reinforcement from the crowd.
Yes. Those mics are very powerful.
They're very powerful.
State of the art.
0-2. Yeah, the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
looks very runnerish here, Tom.
Inched off just a little extra. He does not go. Swing and a miss. He gets back. Second strikeout. So he bookends strikeouts, but gives up 2 rockets to the Rockies. 1 solo, 1 2-run shot. In today's ball game, plus 625. 3-0. Rockies on top. Stott 3 for 8 in the series. 1-0.
A lot of time to get back in this one, especially with the way the ball is going to be traveling today.
Well, yes, there is, but Taiwan has got to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Yeah, it's got to keep it down.
2-0. Bryson, 260 lifetime against the Rockies. Two balls and 1 strike. A cutter at 88 miles an hour. He had 33 home runs allowed last season.
It's a lot of bombs.
Jake Urban, ground ball out to second base. He and Littell are teammates now. So 1 away on the ground out by Stott.
That's kind of scary for that team, huh?
Yeah, it gives brings Adolis Garcia to the plate. Right, Jake Urban's still on still on the Nationals. Yeah. Adolis 1 for 8 so far in this series. Had a tough night last night. I think, listen, last night's ball game.
These outfielders are playing so deep against Garcia. I mean, McCarthy's all the way. I mean, he's almost 400 feet away from the hitter.
Yeah, he is pretty far out there.
And there's different theories about how you want to play this here because there's so much surface area out there. If a ball's over your head, it's likely to be out of the ballpark or off the fence.
Yeah, Justin Crawford mentioned the other day that he was playing a step or so back.
Yep. I think part of that is because he probably comes in on the ball a little bit better than he does go back. Every outfielder has their strengths.
Fly ball, right center field, hit pretty well. Moniak going back out toward the wall. It is gone into the bullpen. And the Phils have cut into this lead as Adolis Garcia hits his 2nd home run of the year.
Well, I guess there was a reason why they were playing so deep. They sort of knew Adolis was going to do some damage. That's a great sign for him to drive the ball the opposite way. Something that he had been working on all spring is to use the middle of the field, knowing that he can drive. He's so strong. He can drive the ball out of every part of the ballpark. A little breaking ball that stays in the middle, doesn't try to pull on it, and he drives it to right center field and gets it into that thin air. The Phillies are on the board.
Yeah, Brendan Marsh now the hitter. Marsh is 2 for 9 in this series. He lines one out toward left center field. And that's going to split the gap and roll toward the warning track. McCarthy does cut it off, but Marsh is already at second base. His 3rd double of the year, and he's hit in 6 consecutive games.
Yeah, perfect example of what Rob Thompson was talking about when we talked to him earlier. Why is Marsh having so much success? Well, he's doing this. He's using the entire field. Good pitch, down and away, but he stays on it, drives it to left center field, splits that gap, and cruises into second base easily.
And a little milestone for Brandon Marsh, his 100th career double And Marchand takes outside. Marchand 1 for 3 so far with a home run. He only played in the one game as a starter. Had 3 doubles in the spring. There's that little note on Brandon. His hitting streak up to 6 games. Popped up. Shallow center. Tovar is out there. Two away. And it brings Justin Crawford to the plate. Crawford had a base hit yesterday, his only hit in the series. They leave that left side open for him. He was trying to pull that one.
His eyes lit up on that breaking ball. He thought it was up in the zone, and it sort of dropped off the table.
Bouncing ball to shortstop. Ooh, it took a big kangaroo hop to Tovar. And he throws across the diamond for the final out. Phillies, though, do get a run. They get a couple hits, couple extra base hits. Adolis Garcia puts the Phillies on the board. He goes yard the opposite way. It's 3-1. Rockies on top. Bank of the Phils. The Phillies are tied with the Mariners for the most strikeouts in Major League Baseball for the starters. Number 1 of the National League. It's a lot of it has to do with these last couple of games where Nola and Luzardo had 20 strikeouts combined.
Pretty good sign when one of your best strikeout guys, Zach Wheeler's not even in your rotation
right
yet.
Jake McCarthy, the batter, he lifts that one out to left field. Long run in for Marsh, and he settles under it. One away. And now Edouard Julien.
Tom, you made the comment, he really does have to keep this Rockies team down now and establish the fact that they can get back into this game if he puts a couple of zeros up there and let the bats go to work.
0-1. We mentioned that Caleb Cotham went out to the mound, and that kind of settled him in a little bit. And you were talking about maybe he adjusted his arm angle, that it was dropping a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think in the first 2 hitters, it just seemed like it was, up there, and then it sort of seemed to drop down. I saw the one pitch on the replay from Moniak that that fastball was very flat.
Well, 3 strikeouts for him there as he gets Julien.
And then when Caleb Cotham went out there and then he faced the next hitter, it just seemed like his arm angle, like he was release point was a little bit higher. Good action on that split. That's the kind of action you want to have.
Absolutely. Johnston takes a strike. Swing and a miss. See if they can put him away here after a hefty workload in the first. Through 24 pitches in the first, 5 to the first 2 hitters where he got them out, and then 19 to the rest.
Yeah.
Bounced on the ground towards second base. Stott is up with it, and the inning is over. Well, that was a much more efficient inning. 8 pitches to get through the second. We're on to the third. The Phillies trail the Rockies. Receive the Retro Phillies cap presented by SEI on Thursday, May 7th when the Phillies host the Athletics. Secure seats today at phillies.com/tickets. The Athletics, they were wearing gold jerseys yesterday that said Sacramento.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
The Sacramento A's?
Sacramento Athletics.
I'm
I
sorry.
think that's what they're.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Trey Turner grounded out his first time up. Phillies down 3-1. We begin the third. Grounder over to third base. That looked like it was just off the inside part of the bag. And Castro throws him out. So 1 out for Schwarber. Give me a thought on how you'd approach somebody like Sagano.
I really try to force myself into the middle of the field. He's not going to blow you away with anything. He's going to spin something or, throw a split, cutter, whatever the case may be. So you sort of have to look into the middle of the field and hope he gets the ball up to drive.
1 ball with no strikes to Schwarber.
And he's not afraid to leave some balls up. I mean, he's done it in the past, and a lot of people have had success against him.
Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fly ball left field. Back is in. And he waits, makes the catch. And there are 2 outs here in the third. Phillies fans, keep up with your team by listening to 2 guys who know your team the best, Sean Kane and Spencer McKercher. Catch their Phillies Talk podcast on YouTube or wherever you listen, presented by Team Toyota. Ball and no strikes to Harper. Harper grounded out his first time up. It's gone to 1 batting glove. I think he had both of them on last at bat.
He's not very superstitious.
I love it. I love the fact that
he cheats all the time.
It's awesome.
That pitch timer got down there a little bit.
Well, Goodman's taking a very slow stroll out to the mound.
I think they're waiting for maybe the translator. Oh, Goodman was looking into the dugout for some reason. Wonder if he saw something from it. Going all fanatic. Elbow pad, shin pad. Oof.
He had his fanatic shorts on today too in the clubhouse.
Yep.
Swing and a foul ball. Steven went a little more conservative today, but still has
backed off a little.
Some pieces of memorabilia.
He didn't want it today for some reason.
2-2. Swing and a miss. And Harper strikes out. And the Phillies go down 1-2-3 here in the third. We've played 2.5. We're moving on to the bottom of the third. Local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Along with Ruben Amaro and the Rocky Mountains, I'm Tom McCarthy. Bottom of the third. Hope you're enjoying your Easter Sunday, wherever it is you're watching or listening to Phillies baseball.
The Rocky Mountains, not quite as snow-capped as they typically are, right?
No, in fact, some of the folks went to Val the other day, and they said that there wasn't a lot of snow there. Balls hit foul. Breckenridge, from what I understand, has some snow.
Well, that's good.
But Pat, our statistician, is shaking his head no, so maybe not.
Well, I mean, economically, it's been a real struggle for them here.
There's a bunt, foul. It's 1-2.
He did have Alec Bohm back. He doesn't bunt a whole lot, but he's been striking out quite a bit. I mean, he does put up some strikeout numbers, does Tovar, and
well, he has 10 strikeouts so far this year, no walks.
Yeah, his strikeout to walk ratio has never been great.
The 1-2, low 2-2.
But he did that Gold Glove year. I mean, he had an astounding, I think it was 2024 when he had just everything working.
First walk of the year, Ruben, for Tovar.
We're doing well so far with that kind of stuff.
He walked the line. All right, here comes Mickey Moniak. All right, Ruben, walk us through this here.
Yeah, so on the left is the home run, and you see the arm just slightly. It's very, very subtle where the ball comes out. He's got a little bit of a flatter angle to that pitch and to his arm slot, a little bit higher on the right side on the strikeout. And he got a lot more break to that, a lot more downward bite on that breaking pitch. It was a cutter, I guess, but it had more break to it. And it just takes, it's almost like just missing a ball in the barrel. It doesn't take much before your mechanics get away from you a little bit.
Moniak fouls that one off Rafael Marchand at 0-1. Moniak, as we mentioned, for the first pick overall in 2016. But if you look at that first round draft class, he has the second most home runs in that draft. The most home runs was a late first round pick in Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher, as March retires Moniak. I mean, there was a little good that came out of that first round. But Will Smith is the gem in that first round, and he was late out of Louisville. Hunter Goodman, the batter. Outside corner, 0-1.
The Rockies are showing a little respect with this battery here. Taijuan Walker with an excellent move, but then they've been a super aggressive team as far as trying to steal bases. And they know that Marchand can really throw, and that Taijuan holds runners quite well.
Yeah, Marchand last year was pretty much even with JT on pop time. And velocity to second base, both were in the, he was a little bit higher than JT, both were in the high 80s on their miles per hour out to second base. There are the pop times this year, or excuse me, last year, excuse me.
Pretty darn good. Got away with the pitch there. That's the pitch that he needs to get down, especially here in Colorado. It doesn't matter. These major league hitters are, their eyes light up when they see those breaking pitches up in the zone.
Swing and a miss. He got him way out front.
A much better one with some good bite. Spun the one prior to that, but this one, good bite there at the end, right down at the bottom of the zone. Goodman's had a ton of punch-outs in this series.
Yeah, that's 7 strikeouts for him. TJ Rumfield, he homered his last time up, and he takes one a bit low. It's 1-0. The home run means that he's reached base safely in 8 consecutive games. He was on deck in last night's game. Phillies won that one 2-1. He was on deck when it ended.
I think we talked about this before. 12th round pick by Philadelphia in 21 out of Virginia Tech. Traded for Nick Nelson. Opening day, made his debut, opening day. Kind of cool for the kid.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool story. Found an organization that was in need of young players.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes to him. Serves that one out to left field. Marsh is there. He got him with the breaking ball. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We'll head to the 4th. Brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2026 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Alec Bohm will lead it off. Phillies trail at 3-1. Bohm flied out to center field. Pops this one foul.
Just have a feeling this is the time when they're going to bust out on Sedano. Don't know why I feel it. I just feel it. Remember, seen him?
Remember, when 4 2/3 in his last outing, he only threw 72 pitches. Now he's somewhat efficient here. One slight delay because of the receiver in the helmet of Goodman. The wires, the earpiece that he has in. 1-2.
Is this another one of those teams that actually calls their pitches from the bench? I don't think it is.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yep. I don't know if it's every single time, but I think it's a good amount of time. Bohm fouls it again.
How's that working so far?
Work in progress, Ruben.
Not a fan.
Outside, 2-2.
Do you think it's the pitch designer or the pitching coach? One of the two is calling those pitches, correct?
Yes.
I don't know in this case what they're doing, but kind of depends on the titles of that pitching person. So many different ones now.
No, it's the pitching coach has been doing it for most of this series. So there you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Inside, ball 4. They're going to challenge this one. ABS challenge.
Pitcher's called a ball. Catcher's challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And there you go. It's a strike.
It's a strike. Colorado retains their challenge.
So Alec does not get a walk. Instead, he is down on strikes looking. Second strikeout.
I mean, that was a quality challenge because it did change the at-bat. They did a couple of them from like 1-0 counts or something last game.
Yeah, they did.
It's kind of strange.
Bounced on the ground to first base. A fair ball as we looked at our FanDuel in-game odds. If you bet on Bryson to get an out, well, then you cashed in. 2 outs. And now Adolis Garcia. So Cole Weintraub from NBC Sports Philadelphia sent me a text, and he sent out a tweet that Adolis was a teammate of Sagano in Japan in 2016.
You're kidding.
Yeah, with the Yomiuri Giants. That was before Adolis defected from Cuba. Pretty good nugget.
Great nugget.
And speaking of Garcia, he provided our giant home run replay.
And he jumped all over a little spinning breaking ball, and he drove it into right center field. And in this thin air, with the power that he has, drives it out of the ballpark. And that was your giant home run replay of the day.
Well, he was an elite player in Cuba, of course, and then decided after playing for Yomiuri that in the first half of that season that he would not go back to Cuba. He went on to say that playing in Japan helped him realize that he had the skill set to play at the higher levels, which was Major League Baseball. Interesting. He was only there for a few games. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
He was looking for a second home run of the day there, Tom. Didn't quite get it.
Opposite way, and then bobbled for a moment. And the side is retired, so Julian is able to recover and record the out. Phillies go down in order yet again. 8 in a row retired. To find your 2026 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Willie Castro will lead off this 4th inning. Castro, Jordan Beck, Jake McCarthy, the scheduled hitters against Taijuan Walker. And a first pitch taken outside. Castro walked his first time to the plate. It's one of 2 walks issued. We got a challenge here. ABS challenge by Marchand.
Little backdoor breaking ball that Marchand hopes is a strike.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Oh, good call, Rafael.
Philadelphia still have 2 challenges remaining.
All right, Rafi.
Down and away, 1-1.
The Phillies have done a pretty good job with the ABS system so far. Nobody wants to get that ball, Tom. Somebody's got to go get it.
It'd be fine just sitting there.
Need that bat boy. I'm going to sight him. We need a little bit more hustle out of you, young man.
Yeah, a lot of hop. Yeah, the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I used to scout the bat boys when I was bat boying. Oh, yeah. See if they had hustle to stay on top of things, getting the ball out there quickly.
That was just for your own entertainment, though, right? You weren't submitting a report or anything.
No. I was just doing it because
you were doing some recon.
I took pride in, doing my job well.
Right.
I think the Cincinnati Reds bat boys were the best I'd ever seen.
Drop base hit to right field for Castro. The Cincinnati Reds bat boys.
They did. They were unbelievable. They were like robots. I think that they were AI before AI existed.
Time now for our Stump the Fans trivia question, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Ruben, who hit the first home run in Rockies franchise history? Who hit the first one? I don't know if it was at Mile High or not, but
I have to find out what year that was. I don't remember their first season.
Was it 93? Beck shows bunt.
What was their first season?
90, was it a 93? Yeah, 1993. You were
I'm
in
gonna
the big leagues.
I'm gonna say Braulio Castillo.
Just because you want to say it?
Just because.
It was on the road. 2-0.
He did get claimed by them when they were going through that draft. Got claimed from the Phillies. Braulio
Castillo.
Right-handed hitting outfielder.
I'm going to say Joe Girardi, but
it's a good call.
Yeah. 2-0. And a high fly ball to left field. Going back on it is Marsh on the track. He's got a read on it, and he makes the catch.
Well, when that first ball went off the bat, I guess he hit it high enough for it to stay into the ballpark, but that's that breaking ball that he needs to get down.
2 more Hatfield Dollar Dog Nights, or excuse me, Phillies Hot BOGO Nights on deck this season at Citizens Bank Park. Don't miss out on this popular promotion. Monday, April 13th, Tuesday, the 28th, both at 6:40. Secure your seats today by going to Phillies.com. They have a 2-foot hot dog that they're selling here at this ballpark.
Did you try it?
I did not. I saw it sitting outside of the booth on opening day. It looked like it was sitting there for a while.
You're gonna find out.
It did.
Oh,
it looked like.
Really?
It was literally sitting outside. It was there all morning. You got an extra $40 on you, Ruben?
It's a $40 hot dog?
Yeah. It's all beef hot dog.
I guess I don't want to disparage, the Rockies.
Hot dog industry?
Yeah, I don't. $40?
Imagine if they gave those out at BOGO night, huh?
I like
Buy one,
a good
get
hot
one.
dog from time to time, but wow. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be forking out 40 sheets for it.
1 ball and 1 strike. Spinner. 1-2.
The Glazilla is what it's called.
Glazilla. $40 for a Glazilla.
I wonder how they're doing on the margins there.
We can find out.
Yeah.
It's been 3 days. They've had good crowds.
It's 1 pound of meat.
We had this discussion the other day. It was me, Fransky, and Matt Gelb before we flew out to Colorado of things we would eat and not eat before we got on a 3.5-hour flight. That would be one of those things that we would not eat.
That would definitely not eat. That would be not friendly to your mate.
Fransky and I both had chicken tenders, chicken fingers. Matt had I don't remember what Matt had. He had chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Two balls and 2 strikes.
Those are both thoughtful dishes.
They're very thoughtful.
Always
got him. Harper will run him back towards second. Turner will apply the tag, and the side is retired. He is one of the best in the game at picking guys off with his quick feet. And there are 2 outs, excuse me. Wishful thinking. 1-3-6 on the pickoff.
Yeah, super job of just holding for a while, and he has unbelievably quick feet. And they ran this little pickle perfectly, like when they do the rundowns with just 1 throw. That's how you do it.
McCarthy lines it into center field. It'll be a base hit. Crawford's got to scamper over to cut it off. McCarthy's got good speed. He'll get to second at least, and he will be there standing. That's his second double.
Costly pickoff for the Rockies.
And now the number 9 batter, Edouard Julien.
That's a little sinker that stays in the middle of the plate. McCarthy put a good swing on it, and he was off to the races. Crawford trying to cut it off, but McCarthy just too quick.
That one's into center field. They had a chance to maybe get him again, get a base runner again. Instead, it'll be an E1. A little meeting on the mound now. Try to settle this inning down.
It's a good little meeting. Nice job by Marchand of us kind of slowing things down a little bit. So important to try to keep it in a 2-run game right now. Especially with the 9-hole hitter pitching right now, or hitting right now.
Pitches by inning for Taiwan. Pitch outside 1-0. Julian, who was originally drafted by the Phillies in the 37th round in 2017, then went to Auburn. Made the major leagues, made the majors with the Minnesota Twins. Fly ball left field. Brandon Marsh is out there, and he reels it in. And the inning is over. The pickoff certainly helps. We'll head to the 5th. The Phils need some offense, down by 2. Oblique strain for the Dodgers. Juan Soto is currently day-to-day with right calf tightness. He was injured in the opener of that series against the Giants for the Mets.
We'll never see Mookie Betts get injured.
It's a big void for the Dodgers lineup, particularly with Kyle Tucker struggling to start the year, though he's had a better weekend.
Oh, I like that idea by Brandon Marsh. He's swinging the bat really well, but they're basically giving him a hit. I mean, really, Castro was all the way in the shortstop 6 hole. I'd like to try to do that maybe in an 0-0 count instead of an 0-1 count. Now he's down 0-2, but I like the idea.
No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. In the dirt. Speaking of injuries, Orion Kerkering had another good outing last night. So he's going to meet the Phillies in San Francisco. He struck out 2 through 1 of his splits. In fact, for his rehab assignments with Lehigh Valley, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. As Marsh goes down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Like to have Orion back here with the Phils.
It's 9 in a row retired by Saganu.
A little breaking ball looked like. Sort of backed up, went down, went the opposite way.
And here's Rafael Marchand. He popped out his first time up. Little high with that one at 92.
A nice discipline by Marchand.
Good challenge brought to you by T-Mobile, or ABS Challenge. A little slower here in Denver than it has been. It is a strike.
I think it just caught it.
Colorado danger challenge.
Colorado still with 2 challenges left.
Wow.
Popped up, left side. Castro near the 3rd base bag. And he makes the catch. Kids 14 and under know the drill. They'll receive a hooded sweatshirt on Cavity Busters Kids Opening Day on Saturday, April 11th at 1:05 when the Phils take on the Diamondbacks. You can visit Phillies.com for the promo schedule. All right, 2 away, and here's Crawford. Hits that sharply. Oh, what a play by Julian, and it bubbles out of his glove, and Crawford will be safe.
I would assume that's going to be ruled a hit.
I would think so in this day and age, yeah. Although things have changed, obviously. We'll see. He hit it hard.
A nice job of getting to it. He just couldn't make the exchange once he brought his glove back to his hand.
Pulled the whole glove off his hand.
There's sort of an art to do that. You know, you can, my dad used to teach me how to, if you hold your hand in the glove really gently, you can let the glove slide forward a little bit on your hand and give you a little bit more length and softness, and the ball will hit and stick into your webbing.
Did you ever feel, is that just for infielders or is that everybody?
I did that.
So you did that?
Oh, yeah, in the infield, absolutely.
Did you? So you didn't do it as an outfielder, though?
Not nearly as much. I didn't put my hand all the way in the gloves as an outfielder, but it was a little bit more pronounced as an infielder.
No, it turns out it is a hit for Crawford. And Trey Turner swings at the first pitch, and this one's out towards short right field. Moniak is in, battling the sun, and he can't get it. It's going to be a double for Turner. It's the second one in this series that he's had trouble with. Now the Phillies have second and third with 2 outs.
Well, we'll take it. He was battling the whole way, and again, nobody's using those flip downs. And it really, those shades, as cool as they look, don't really block the sun.
No, so it's a double. It's a 6-game hitting streak for Turner, and here's Schwarber with runners at second and third. He knocks the first pitch foul. It's 0-1.
Those Phillies fans are getting into it. You hear them down there by the third base dugout, man. They're fired up.
I was talking to an usher outside today, and he said Friday, not as many Phillies fans. Yesterday and today, there are a lot of Phillies fans. 0-1 to Schwarber as the runners lead off. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a little base hit to tie it up. Doesn't need to be a Schwarber bomb.
Bernardino is starting to warm up in the bullpen. Well, he was warming up. Fly ball, center field. McCarthy going back toward the wall. He has room. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. Looked pretty good off the bat, but it's a big yard. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Middle of the 5th is upon us. And Dee Kelchner, who works in Fanavision, does such an amazing job. Well, she gave birth to child number 3.
Wow.
Emmett J. Kelchner. Congratulations. Mom and baby are doing great. So are the siblings. So now there's CJ, AJ, and EJ. That is a great way to celebrate Easter for Dee, her husband, and the entire family. So congratulations, Dee. And Ezekiel Tovar is the batter. Tovar is grounded out. He's also walked. Nobody warming up in the Rockies bullpen with 1 out. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Tovar. This would be just the 70th pitch. And I say just because he threw 24 in the first inning.
Yeah, that little adjustment that he made to get his arm angle to a different spot, I think that when Caleb Cotham came out in the end of first inning, it's made a big difference. A lot more sharpness to his stuff overall.
Out of play, off to the right.
Not a lot of clean catches for the folks here in Colorado. They snagged those in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they had a good homestand in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So a couple of great plays.
Fly ball, short center field. Crawford is in. And he makes the catch for the first out. Justin not only getting a chance to play here at Coors Field, but also will be heading to San Francisco. Two very different ballparks. By the way, our Rally House quote of the game from Jesus Luzardo on his ABS challenge yesterday. Remember when he made the face at Bryson Stott? I told JT I'm never going to do it, and then I did it.
I actually talked to JT about that this morning, and I said, were you going to challenge it if he didn't? He said, yep. I was going to challenge it also.
Well, he did say that?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
I actually saw them make eye contact afterwards, and I think JT was sort of like nodding afterwards.
0-2 to Moniak. I thought JT took too long because I always look at him. I don't even look at the pitcher anymore because I figure JT's the one that is going to decide it.
JT said that he had seen him go to his hat, and so once his hand went up to his hat, he said he didn't have to worry about it because he had picked it up.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, it worked out. The best was the reaction, though, looking at Stott.
Yeah, that's funny. Like,
I don't know if that's good or not. Fly ball, right center field, hit well. Garcia's going back, and Moniak has just hit his second home run of the game, and it's now 4-1.
Yeah, since that first inning, he did not make a whole lot of mistakes, but this is another mistake. He leaves another breaking ball up in the zone.
Yeah, this was way up.
And Moniak took advantage of it. Sort of tried to go back door, but kind of spun up there, and Moniak crushes it to right center.
That ball did take off. Hunter Goodman, the batter, he's 1 for 2. Goodman singled and scored in the first. He scored on Rumfield's home run. 0-2. Also struck out. Second home run today. It's his 3rd career multi-home run game. The dirt, it evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the 5th inning, it's 4-1 Rockies. They've scored all of their runs on home runs. They only had 1 extra base hit in this series coming into today. They have 4 today. Outside.
Taiwan just overthrowing just a little bit here in this hitter after that home run.
One's rolled left to the mound. Going to be a tough play. Bohm bare hands and throws. Not in time. Did everything he could.
Well, once it got past Taiwan Walker, I don't think there was a prayer, but it was a heck of an effort by Alec Bohm. He came from a long way. He's playing very deep on Goodman. I mean, he executes that barehand play perfectly. Goodman got himself down the line.
So TJ Rumfield, who had a 2-run home run in the first, batting here with a runner at first base. Phillies do have some stirring going on in the bullpen. It looks like Tim Meza is going to start to warm up. Ground ball right side. Stott was shaded that way and slides, and then from a knee throws to first. And that'll wrap up this 5th inning. 1 run on the home run by Moniak, his 2nd of the game. We'll head to the 6th. Phil's down 3. Andrew Painter. Painter made his long-awaited major league debut and did not disappoint. Andrew struck out 8, allowing only 4 hits, 1 run, and 1 walk in 5 1/3 innings. Painter's brush of greatness was capped off with his 38 family members embracing him on the field after the game. Andrew Painter's excellence is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. We'll get a chance to see Andrew Painter pitch tomorrow against the San Francisco Giants. Start number 2. It's part of our Corona upcoming series. Adrian Hauser against Painter. Sanchez against Robbie Ray. One lefty that doesn't grunt, the other one that does. Aaron Nola pitches Wednesday afternoon. We begin the top of the 6th inning. The Phillies trail at 4-1. Bryce Harper takes strike 1. Sagano, I thought, might be done after 5 innings, although the 2 balls he gave up were not his fault, but he's only at 70 pitches. He had 72 his last time out.
It's sort of tied up the Phillies with
just stuff.
With the mix.
Wearing number 11 this year for the Rockies. The number 11 has been worn by guys like Yu Darvish and Hideo Nomo, and it's a prestigious pitcher number in Japan. The number 11, if worn in Japan, is usually reserved for the team's best pitcher or one of the best pitchers in the league. So that's where he chose the number 11. Gets Harper for the 2nd time.
And he gets him with a split. Pretty good action on it. He's keeping that ball down and keeping the Phillies off balance.
Bohm fouls it away. When he was in Japan, he wore either 18 or 19. Now 18 is also a prestigious number for a pitcher in Japan. Kind of goes back and forth between 11 and 18.
It has to do with the actual numbers. I remember.
Maybe, yeah. Ground ball to shortstop. Tovar is up with it from the edge of the outfield grass. Throws across the diamond.
Remember Chan-Ho Park having that. He had to have a certain number when we signed him.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He had 61, I think.
I think it was 61. And 6 and 1 meant something. I'm not sure exactly what it meant.
Jaden Hill is warming up in the bullpen.
But it had some significance, those numbers. Combination of them.
For a lot of people, numbers are significant. You know, you see Bryce Harper, he wears number 3 for the Phillies. He wore 24 for Team USA because that's the number he wore for Team USA when he previously played for the United States. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts, and he gets the Phils in order here in the 6th inning. Yeah, he's just pitched today. He hasn't overpowered them at all. He's just thrown a lot of different pitches to keep them off balance. Easy as call, drive, and save. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. We go to the 6th inning. And Taijuan Walker's day is done. 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. All 4 runs coming on homers. A walk and 4 strikeouts. He'll give way to Tim Meza. This will be the 4th game for Tim. He's pitched very well for the Phillies.
Yeah, really nice start to the season so far. There's not a left-hander who's gotten a hit off of him yet. 0 for 9 thus far.
Willie Castro will lead things off. Castro, Beck, and McCarthy is the scheduled hitter. .94 miles an hour, nice and smooth from Meza.
Lachlan March had a really cool, from the Inquirer, had a really cool article about Meza and public speaking and getting an opportunity to speak at the commencement of his alma mater.
He graduated from Millersville. Check swing, no swing. Inducted into their Athletics Hall of Fame in 2024. And he was the commencement speaker this past December. Two and one. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
See, he got his master's while he was
Ohio University.
Yeah, while he was sort of on the mend, I guess, when he was with Toronto.
Yeah, I think they have an online sports administration master's program.
Right. Pretty cool.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he gets a strikeout here. Yeah, if you get a chance to find Lachlan's story, it is very cool. It gives you just a perspective outside of baseball.
He just rushes the fastball. It's supposed to be the inside part of the plate, but had a good life at the end. And kind of blows it past Willie Castro.
One man down. Beck the batter. Swing and a miss. 0-1. One of the parts of the story that I thought was interesting is, he talked about cherishing the ability to get a degree. He said fewer than 5% of major league players hold a bachelor's degree. I think a lot of times players
surprises me a little.
Yeah, a lot of times players are drafted before they finish their degree, after their junior year. Or they're drafted out of high school, or they're signed from other countries.
They still get those scholarship programs, and they can go back and have the team and have the teams pay for it. But you'd think that more of them would do that.
2-1. I would think a lot of them in the minor leagues have done it when their careers are over.
Probably true.
Two balls and 1 strike. Fly ball right field. It's not deep. Garcia sprinting in, still coming in, makes the catch.
I mean, he covered a ton of ground. He's almost on the on the infield dirt by the time he slowed down, but he was playing deep in right field, but he had to cover a ton of ground. Ball off the end of the bat. Excellent jump on it, no false step. Makes the play pretty easily.
So Brenton Doyle will pinch hit for the Rockies. First pitch fouled at the plate. It's 0-1.
Nice job by Meza of getting ahead of the hitters coming out of the pen. That's so important. Come in there and be able to throw strikes.
Center field, Crawford starts in. Now he's going back, and he makes the catch. Nice adjustment. And the side is retired in order. Another excellent outing from Tim Meza. We'll head to the 7th. Time now for your game summary, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Phillies trail at 4-1. Sugano is out of the ball game, but he was excellent today for the Rockies. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Taijuan Walker, well, 3 home runs hit by the Rockies this afternoon. Phillies' 1 run is on Adolis Garcia's solo home run the opposite way, and he's about to lead things off, and he'll do so against the Rockies bullpen against Jaden Hill. Brenton Doyle stays in the ball game. He'll play center field for Colorado. Mentioned Hill has been part of this bullpen that's been really good for the Rockies in this series. It's been their one bright spot, hard throwing right-hander.
He was really impressive his last time out. There's Brett Doyle, Roman center field.
Bounced on the ground to third, scooped up by Castro. Just a couple pitches, 1 away. Yeah, but aside from the 7-run first inning for the Phillies, the first game, you know, sprinkling of runs later on too. The offense has managed 2 runs yesterday and just 1 here today.
Yeah, surprised that Sugano threw the ball so well against him, sort of tied them up. Seemed like the Phillies were trying to guess with him instead of just using the middle of the field with him.
Brandon Marsh takes a strike.
Hill with big power arm, throw that sinker at about 99 miles an hour, 98, 99, and also mixes in a slider and a changeup.
Bounced foul. Brandon's done a nice job out in left field in this series. Today he's had some different plays that have taken him into foul territory. This one down the left field line will slice out of play.
It just seems that he feels more comfortable playing left field and on the corners in general. Got him in the right spot, and the opposite. And I haven't looked up the numbers lately, but way back when I look at some numbers about how he hits when he plays left field. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but it's pretty darn good.
That one's off the hands. Julians tries to scoop it, but he scooped it right in front of him. And Marsh will be aboard. I would think that's an error, but we will see.
You just never know in this day and age. He probably could have backed off and just taken the long hop here, but then he tried to like short hop it.
Yeah. And it wasn't hit all that hard. It was a broken bat.
And once that ball got up in the air after he scooped it, no chance to get Marsh.
All right, Marchand the batter. Marchand lifts it in the air to right center field. On the run is Doyle, out toward the wall, reaches up, makes the catch as he slams into the wall. A leaping grab by Brenton Doyle for the second out here in the 7th inning.
Wow, what a huge play for the Rockies. I thought this ball had a chance to get up off the wall, but he covers some ground out there. He can really play center field. Ball's hit well into right center field, and he timed it perfectly and get the jump, but that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game by Brent Doyle.
Yeah, this is one of the toughest outfields to play, partly because of how big it is. By the way, it is scored an E4 for Brandon Marsh. Crawford takes at the knees. It's 0-1. Mike Petriello, who is also a Golden Mustang, by the way, Brick Memorial Golden Mustang. He wrote a story on MLB.com earlier this spring about the toughest outfields to play, and San Francisco being one, Colorado being another. Do you know that Citizens Bank Park is in the top 6 of toughest outfields to play?
Oh, surprising.
Yeah, bouncer over to first, and Crawford is retired. And part of that is because of all the nooks and crannies out near Monty's angle, and because how short it is in some places and not as much room to roam. Our drive of the game brought to you by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers. And the Rockies lead the Phillies 4-1. You saw much of the storyline. Tanner Banks making his 3rd appearance of the season. Just heard an outstanding rendition of God Bless America from Denver Murphy, part of the United States Air Force.
Love that name.
You know, in Baltimore, when they sing the national anthem, when they say "Oh, say can you sing," they let out the chants of "Oh" in Baltimore, and then we hear it in Washington too. Here, when they reference the mountains, that's when the folks in Denver get rolling.
Yep. Very proud of their mountains here.
Our Phillies pregame package is back for 6 games only. Get great seats, a chance to meet the pregame live crew, and one of these exclusive hats. Tickets are limited, and our first game is April 14th. So grab yours at phillies.com/pregame package. Kyle Karros is going to pinch hit here in the 7th inning against Tanner Banks. Sure what Andy Fletcher was waiting for, but there was something delaying the start of the 7th inning. First pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Outstanding inning from Tim Meza. An inning scoreless, 1 strikeout. Trying to keep this at a 3-run deficit to give the Phils a chance in their last 2 at-bats. Karros out toward left, going back on it is Marsh, right at the wall, reaches up, makes the catch. And 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Tom, you were talking about his outfield play, and it's just been very, very good. He's an outstanding left fielder, and he reads this ball perfectly. When it first went off the bat, I thought it was a home run as well, but he goes back to it well, knows exactly where the fence is. Good time on the little hop.
Here's Troy Johnston. He is 0 for 3. Couple ground outs and a strikeout. Pitch low, 1-0. Again for Brandon Marsh. Busy out there in lefts. See the sunshine glistening off the sunglasses. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. And Tovar, who's 0 for 2. First pitch, he fouls it back to the screen.
You and Tanner are having an interesting discussion about voice. and working your voice and developing your voice.
And octaves. And
yeah.
Explaining how I can get it even deeper if I wanted to.
Is that like a passion of his?
0-2. I don't know, but it sounded like he had some passion to it.
Like, does he have like aspirations of being
he could do it.
in a mic?
He could do it.
Well, he has the personality for
He
it,
definitely
certainly
has the personality to do it. I've felt since he's arrived in Philadelphia that he has the ability. He also has, I think, the experience of being in the minor leagues for as long as he was. But he said he did some work when he was in college behind the microphone.
Oh, how about that?
1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's been a great asset for the Phillies, an unsung hero in a lot of ways.
Swing and a miss, and he has an efficient 7th inning as well. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. 6 up, 6 down for the Phillies bullpen. We go to the 8th. Time is winding down. The Phils trail it by 3. Dealers, visit Chevrolet.com. And by Rally House, your city, your house, Rally House, Philadelphia. Our final day here in Denver. Phillies trail at 4-1. Phillies got here on Wednesday night, off day on Thursday. Brendan Bernardino, who started yesterday's game, is in the game here. Phillies won the first 2 games of the series. We never did go to see the show It's Murph, which was at Red Rocks last night. But we did get a lot done here this weekend. Caro stays in the game. He's at third base. Castro moves from third to second base.
A little surprised that Schaefer brought Bernardino in to face the right-handed hitter to open up the inning when he could have kept Hill in there for another hitter.
Yeah, Hill was pretty, even though he had a base runner, he was pretty efficient in his work.
Yeah.
0-1. Well, this is basically the way the day started for the Phillies yesterday.
Yeah.
Bernardino gave up a run in that first inning. Trey Turner, he doubled down the left field line. I thought Trey might have thought about challenging that pitch. It was close. Oh, and 2. 1 and 2. Swing and a foul tip. And Trey strikes out. 1 out here in the 8th inning. Kyle Schwarber coming up. Now a quick word from FanDuel Casino.
Check everything off your thrill list with FanDuel Casino's Rewards Club. And with weekly bonus packs, players get more for their money, with more chances and more thrills.
Calling all Thrillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Be a thrill if Kyle Schwarber can hit one out of the yard here. Fouls it off. He got a fastball he could drive. And it's 0-1.
Not a lot of offense after that outburst early in this series, and the Rockies pitching has sort of tied up the Phils a little bit here the last several innings.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. That was a cutter. Had a lot of late action on it. And that pitch just missed inside. They're going to challenge it, though.
Pitcher's called a ball, catcher's challenging.
ABS sponsored by T-Mobile. It looked like it was a pretty good pitch. Did it run off, though? No, it did not.
Pitch is a strike, the batter's out. Colorado retains the challenge, you have 2 remaining.
I have to say that Andy Fletcher's been challenged a number of times today, and the teams haven't lost their challenge. But those pitches are so close.
Yeah.
And now Bryce Harper, the batter. Harper 2 strikeouts and a ground out this afternoon. Inside.
Harp going with the one glove again.
Pulls it foul. So if I recall correctly, it was 2 batting gloves, then 1, back to 2, now back to 1.
Yeah, he's trying to find the right mix.
There's Backus warming up. He's just off a little bit.
So close.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just missing hitting the ball
far,
cleanly on the barrel. Yeah, far, yes, but harder. And when he's going good, that pitch is deposited in left center field for a homer. And he's just fouling it back. Doesn't take much.
Opposite way and taken out of the air by Karros. And that'll wrap up the 8th inning for the Phillies. Phillies go down in order. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 Colorado. Toyota Camry. Well, Mickey Moniak has provided the turning points today.
A couple of really good swings. This one on a fastball that was just crushed, right? Then in the 5th inning, he gets a breaking ball that's up in the zone, and he smokes it to right center field and puts some pretty good swings on it. That's his 3rd career multi-home run game for Mickey Moniak. X-1-1 for the Phils.
Well, facing Kyle Backus here as we start the bottom of the 8th inning. It's no balls and 1 strike. Phillies are going one lefty after another in relief of Taijuan Walker. Backus 3 games, ERA 13.5. Rockies closer Victor Vodnik is warming up in the bullpen. That one's up the first base line, foul. Oh, time now for our Stump the Fans trivia quiz answer, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on, Ruben. All right, who did you say it was?
I said it's Braulio Castillo.
Braulio Castillo. Well, you're part of his fan club, so we might as well give him some attention. It is Dante Bichette against the Mets on April 7th, 1993.
Or as their announcer used to say, Dante Bichette.
Larry Walker.
That's some good ones.
Andres Galarraga.
Yeah, when he got really deep with that guttural voice on the Galarraga. Galarraga.
There's Vodnik. Swing and a miss. Moniak's down on strikes. Bichette's first home run came against Brett Saberhagen.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charity. That did not hit Goodman. It just bounced up and hit off the glove of Rafael Marchand. The home run was the first run scored and the first RBI for the Rockies as well. popped up outside of first. Phillies post-game live is coming up after the game. Ricky and Ben are standing by. It's presented by Cure Auto Insurance.
Some great crowds here this weekend for the Rocks. These fans, they'll support if they get some W's.
Yeah, today is 29,757. Last night it was 39,000 and change. And in game one, it was 48,366.
Yeah, they're sort of itching for a team that becomes a little bit more competitive.
2-1. Off his foot, 2-2. Sweeper never really came back. TJ Rumfield is waiting on deck. Swing and a miss, and Goodman is down on strikes for the second out. He's going to be happy the Phillies are leaving. Although he has 2 hits today, he has 8 strikeouts in this series.
Yeah, that last sweeper kind of backed up on him, but this one, nice and tight. That back hip and gets Goodman again.
So Rumfield, a 2-run home run. He's also fly to left and grounded out. 1 for 3. Fly ball right center field. Garcia scampers into the alley, and he makes the catch. Well, the bullpen did its job. 9 up, 9 down for the Phillies bullpen. One last chance when we get back. It has 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. That's more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Phillies have won the first 2 games of this series. They got some work to do if they want to finish off a sweep. They trail at 4-1. Victor Vodnik, who's had 1 save opportunity so far for the Rockies. Rockies come into this game 2-6. That's a bouncer slowly over the mound. Charging is Tovar. Tried to barehand it, which I don't know if he needed to, but it's a base hit for Alec Boehm.
It's a nice way to get things started.
Yeah. I get it's somewhat of a do-or-die play, but he may have been able to glove it and then flip it, which he does so well.
It's probably the case. Alec Boehm really doesn't run down the line all that well, although he was busting it for that base hit. We'll take it.
Yep.
Perfect start.
Alec with his 4th hit of the series. Bryson Stott, who's 0 for 3, is the batter. A little low, 1-0. Both teams have their challenges available.
Vodnik get that fastball 96 to 100. Got a changeup, slider. Struggled his first 2 times out, but his last outing against the Phils, pretty darn sharp. Got to be taken here. Got to get that tying run to the plate.
Yeah, 1 more base runner, and the tying run comes to the plate. Nobody out. Top of the 9th inning. 98 on that pitch. It's now 3-2.
Almost seemed like he quick pitched Stott a little bit. Wasn't quite prepared for that fastball.
4 different fastballs, 1 slider. And he gets a piece of that 4-seamer.
Sort of has a slide step, so the timing kind of messes you up as a hitter. So you have to sort of be ready because of the velocity a little earlier. Boy, this is a big at bat. Love to get Garcia up there with the to be the tying run and see what happens from there with the way Marsh has been swinging the bat.
Fly ball left field. Beck going back toward the corner. He's not going to get there, but it's a foul ball.
It's a couple of feet from some serious action.
Yeah, just kept on slicing. So Bryson will go back to work with the count full 3-2.
Ball slicing just enough to get foul.
Yeah, just a couple feet. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. 3 foul balls for Bryson. Takes a bit of a breath. Bohm leads off first. And he got it. Threw a cutter. First time he's thrown a cutter in this at-bat.
Yeah, and he made a perfect pitch. You got to give Bodnick a little credit here. He threw it exactly to the glove, and Bryson Stott swung over it.
And now Garcia, who homered for the only run the Phillies have today. He's also grounded out twice. Takes strike 1. A changeup. That pitch was up too at 93 miles an hour. Ricky and Ben are standing by for Phillies postgame live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance.
Ricky doing some hosting, huh?
Oh yeah, man of many talents. Now's foul, 1-2. Opposite way, base hit it to right field. It went past Johnston, and Bohm goes to second. First and second with 1 man down.
Well, this is the guy you want at the plate in this situation. He's been swinging as hot a bat as there is on this Phillies lineup, and really nice job of hitting here by Garcia. Gets a high fastball and just punches it to right field. And
yeah, I don't think Johnston really reacted as quickly as...
Probably surprised him.
Yeah, as quickly as he probably should have. So meeting on the mounds. Again, both teams have both of their ABS challenges still available. It's only 1 more trip left for the Rockies, although at this point it doesn't always matter. And Brandon Marsh, who is 1 for 3. Represents the tying run. Bounced it foul, and it's 0-1.
Bodnick pumping up that fastball up to a 99 now.
right. It is kind of a slide step in some ways. He doesn't really lift.
Yeah, it does give you, as a hitter, it's a little difficult to time him if you haven't seen him. You have to be sure that you're ready to get that foot down.
Look out, Dusty.
That was scary.
And those coaches, they have to stay within the width of the coaches' boxes. Dusty standing where he is just to give a better look for Alec Bohm. 1-2 to Marsh. Swinging a foul tip, and he got it. 2 outs. And Rafael Marchand will bat with 2 away here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it looked like that cutter again. Yep, almost exact same pitch that he got Bryson Stott on. He gets Brandon Marchand, and you got to give him credit. A couple of pretty good pitches there.
Marchand is 0 for 3 today. Outside corner, they're going to challenge it. Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
It did look like it was slightly off the plate. ABS is brought to you by T-Mobile.
It might have caught the corner, but it's not a bad challenge.
Wow!
Oh my goodness! You can't get any closer without missing.
That is amazing.
0.3 of an inch.
All right, good challenge by Marchand. Phillies still have 2 left. It's 1-0. If I was an umpire, I think it would aggravate me when the challenges are like that, but you can see how close some of these pitches are.
Right.
Backswing got the catcher. It's 1-2. Phillies down to their final strike, their final out. Trying to keep hope alive here in the 9th inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the ball game is over. And the Phillies will settle for taking 2 of 3 from the Rockies this weekend here in Denver. Well, the goal is to win series. The Phillies had a chance to sweep out Colorado today, but their offense just kind of quiet, and they couldn't overcome a 3-0 deficit that Mickey Moniak helped build. He also later homered. And he is our Chevrolet player of the game. He had 2 home runs in the ball game. Former Phil first overall pick.
Yeah, big day for Mickey Moniak, and they just could not solve Tomo Sugano, and it got to give the Rockies pitchers some credit. They shut things down after that first inning in the very first game. Although they sprinkled a couple of runs there, didn't do a whole lot of damage in this big ballpark.
Yeah, and he was effective. There's no doubt about that. All right, so the Phillies lose it today by a final score of 4-1, but don't go anywhere. We've got an Easter Sunday crossover presented by Toyota. That is coming up next from Coors Field.